tactical noospheric network online. Target has been barricaded behind a security door to avoid immediate extermination by hostiles. The door will be breached within a few Terran minutes. Violent intervention required to retrieve the subject alive.
I would rather have my tech priest dealing with this. Defense mechanism activated. Teleport beacon in range. By the Emperor, a demon was bound to the chest. Back to the abyss, creature. I wonder why this chest was so heavily protected. Purged.
Is imminent. The subject is insufficiently augmented to survive a violent interaction. I advise haste.
Teleport.
Targets.
Terminus est. For the Emperor. Target eliminated.
Extraction successful. Blessed be the Deus Mechanicus. The asset is secure and being prepared for inquisitorial debriefing. End of log.
Maggots, die!
Die, heretic.
Between the stars, the ancient, unseen enemies of mankind wait and hunger. Be strong and give them no quarter.
Kiss of death.
Inquisitor, electrospectral scanning revealed info fragments of high importance in close proximity. Blessed scanning psalms have been executed and indicate essential info fragments, Inquisitor. Data has been inloaded.
You are guilty. Loading.
For the Emperor! Ready to fight!
Data transfer charms have been successful. Covert mission coordinates inloaded.
For the Emperor! Ready to fight!
There was a protective hex on the chest. I must defeat the summoned creature.
Onwards! Don't linger, guardsmen! Ready to fight!
Gas trap. Not a boring death knell.
Hey, scum! Charge! I said charge!
Glorious carnage.
Recoil, please.
Take it like a man, God! For the Emperor!
Off with you.
Perseverance favors the bold. Give them more death. Today is a good day.
Ready to fight!
Intelligence assets report the presence of important hostile machinery in the area. Exact locations are unknown. Auger scanners indicate moderate hostile presence.
Imperial reconnaissance forces located. Potentially useful assets, but their current situation is terminal. Immediate action required. Reconnaissance force relieved. Send basic, follow and protect order to the survivors.
At your command. Die! Die! For the Emperor! For the Emperor! Take it back, Godman! For the Emperor! Ah, Ready to buy. God, you're making like a man, Godman. For the Emperor, onwards! Don't linger, Godman. Die, maggots, die! Know your fate! Move! Move! Fool! Now you'll pay, scum! Ah, take it like a man, Guardsman! Charge! I said charge! For the Emperor! Ready to run. For the Emperor! Take it like a man, God. Now you'll pay, scum! Onwards! Don't linger, Guardsman!
The power distribution of the enemy forces has been disrupted. Mission is successful. End of log. Intelligence assets report the presence of important hostile machinery in the area. Exact locations are unknown. Auger scanners indicate moderate hostile presence.
Reloading. Mere existence of this house is a stain upon the legacy. Loading. Another Xenos screaming for
The power
guardsmen! At your command!
Damn, dude, they got it, what? 6 levels higher? Seven, maybe?
The enemy is here, preying on the weak and using craven tricks against the defenders of mankind. Perhaps we should find their leaders and give them a fair share of their own medicine.
Coil unclean. Repent. Die, heretic.
Damnation is eternal.
Die, heretic. Loading.
That was stupid.
I'm afraid that's our last shot. Don't fail the Imperium. deserved worse. Much worse.
Reloading. I would rather have my tech priest dealing with this. Purify.
You severed the head. Now you can watch the body wander aimlessly until it withers and dies.
Oh man.
Loading.
Not necessarily. I just picked up a few more. I picked up a couple more games that were on sale. And there's a few things that I've become interested in, so I've been looking into it a little bit, but not like super heavy. But I have considered myself a little bit more interested in the world than I was, say, 6 months ago. I'm slowly absorbing lore, slowly. I'm here and there listening, learning more about it as I've been. Yeah. let's see. Yeah. So they can provide benefits more than once, so I can stack. Nice. Oh, what did those unlock? That's what I got. So I got shock now. I picked up, what was it? The, Space Hulk Deathwing. I've heard this one was okay, but it came bundled with, Hired Gun. So Necromunda, I played this for about 45 minutes. I've played this. I haven't played Space Hulk yet, or yeah, Deathwing. But I heard this one was a little clunky. I've heard some people say it was really good. I've heard people say it was okay. I've heard people say it was bad. But it came bundled with Necromunda, and Necromunda Hired Gun had a pretty decent reception behind it. They're both like together were $10. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I picked up those two. The RTS style games, I've looked at the other games, and the RTS style games, I'm just not really into RTSs anymore. So, and there's a lot of these games out there. But this is the only game that's an ARPG in the fucking in the universe, man. I'm kind of surprised. Do you socket any of this stuff, huh? Can you socket? Sure. Yeah, I heard it was pretty. I heard it was very atmospheric, and yeah, I've just heard. Yeah, I've heard clunky. Hired Gun is like, if I was to compare anything Hired Gun to anything, Bulletstorm and Doom. Wretched finally finished the Space Marine 2 campaign. I still haven't played Space Marine 2's new update. I asked him if he wanted to get in and play some of that shit. And he said, yeah. So I need to respec something. %, 50%. I thought it was at 500. I'm like, fucking 500% more damage. I played like 2 missions of Hired Gun, and I was like, this is cool. But and then at the same time, I'm like, this is cool. And I'm like, I don't need to get into this right now. So they'll be put in the backlog for now. I'm still gonna play this. I'm still wanting to get. I'm still kind of hooked on this, and I've been playing a lot of Cardiac Street as well. So I've been jumping between the two. But I haven't been like super hardcore grinding this one. This has been one of those that I'll play a few missions while I'm watching a movie or something. And unfortunately, this is also one of those games where I've gotten to the point to where the missions become so repetitive that I start to get bored. So my extended amount of time playing this has gone from like where I could do it for hours on end to only a couple hours before I want to do something else. But I could see myself playing this game for a very long time. Considering I'm only level 74, almost 75. I haven't even done a season character yet. So there's all kinds of stuff to still do in this game. I haven't finished all the special missions, so I haven't done all the DLC yet. I've done all the main DLC, so I've done all the main stuff, like main campaign stuff. Okay. What does that mean? Ooh, there's a wandering. Okay, yeah, let's go do that. I think I'm gonna keep my debuffs down. Running around at level 79. So when I was looking at some of the games, like I did kind of I watched about all the video games that came out. Is that the wave-based one?
Bunker for an aerial strike. The target is reinforced by anti-aircraft artillery, so you must take out the foot soldiers and guns first, then finish the bunker. All this, taking it in stride single-handedly. Oh, the seemingly pointless intrigues of the Holy Ordo.
I've done one of the game modes. Like there's some of the special missions that are doing. I haven't done them. Like I've been kind of, the void missions have been kind of what I've been doing. The crusades, I guess. I've mainly just been doing the crusades. I did the one that unlocked the new the shop that the guy sells. I need to go check him out, but. There's all kinds of shit to get stuck on when you're running around in this on the maps. That's like the one thing. I mean, I understand there's cover and stuff, but there's a lot of bullshit to get stuck on when you run around these maps. Like all that garbage right there.
Target neutralized. At this rate, you'll be back on board in no time.
Inquisitor, electrospectral scanning revealed info fragments of high importance in close proximity.
Awesome. I'll pick it up here in a second. Fucking tower. Is looking for your ass. Not yet. Not yet. I've only played this one class.
One less target to worry about. Keep going.
I usually like to get a build or get a class to max level before I try another one. I didn't pick that up. Where was it? Did you say that was right over here, right? I see you.
A corrupted servo skull possessing important picked captures is trying to escape. You must disable the construct before it launches self-sacrifice protocols. You have disabled the corrupted servo skull. Confidential material has been secured from the wreckage.
I might get to Rogue Trader. I do have it down, like I just haven't played it. I played it for a little bit. It's just I just have a hard time with CRPGs these days. I think the game was cool. I really did. But I also heard that Rogue Trader was basically like you were sitting down for a fucking story, so there was more story than gameplay. There's nothing wrong with that. I just can't keep my eyes open. Dude, I'm fucking too old to be trying to sit there and when I get home from work, sit there and have a story told to me. I'm ready. I'll go to sleep. I'm not kidding, dude. If I sit on the couch and try to watch TV, I'll fall asleep in like 15, 20 minutes. That's just why I'm awake right now. It's just I should have been asleep because I was watching TV. I laid down last night. It was fucking I don't even remember what the fuck I was watching. Took a fucking 4-hour nap. Yeah. Is it a nap if it's 4 hours? What does a nap associate? Like how many hours where it's no longer a nap?
Imperial reconnaissance forces located. Potentially useful assets, but their current situation is terminal.
But I'm guessing, you know, if the more I learn about the more I learn about the universe, the more I guess more I would give a shit about what a rogue trader is, you know.
At your command.
What the fuck? Okay, I did not know that Space Marines can live up to 10,000 years. That's fucking nuts. Where goddamn. Alright. Stop fucking doing that, dude.
At your command. Die! Onwards! Don't linger, guardsman!
Target neutralized. At this rate,
Yeah,
you'll
this
be back
this
on
game
board
has
in
a
no time.
glaring problem with the controller, and it comes with its auto targeting. it really, really, really can fuck you in situations where there's a lot of things around. Like the AA gun right there. There was a spot where you looks like you could attack him and it wouldn't. So it kept trying to take me around him. So, and fucking kept pulling me around. When I pressed the A button, I hate that shit.
For the Emperor! Move! Now, at your command!
This game plays really well with the controller, except for that particular issue, and there's no way to turn it off.
Hey, scum!
Unless... there is no mouse stop. Apparently there's this setting that you can change. You would think it's got all these options right here for default and tactical mode, which I think is a really cool idea. But you're not going to take off the auto targeting. Like, you got to, it auto moves into range. There it is.
Blessed scanning psalms have been executed and indicate essential info fragments, Inquisitor. Data has been enloaded.
Ready to fight!
No more primary targets on my Argus scans. Well done. Stand by for extraction. Unless you want to linger just a little longer.
Yeah, so warp is kind of like I said, it's warp resistance. Warp. I hear this. That's something that is kind of weird to me. I don't quite understand it too much. What all it's entitled, so. But it is what it is. Let me... Okay. I'm pretty sure I saw something in here. Oh, Tokyo Extreme Racer's got an update. Achievements. That allows you to control water and oil temperatures while driving. Okay. This is kind of cool, I guess. It's adding overheating to the game when you're racing. That's... Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So it's a difficulty slider if you want. You get more right. You can enable it and it'll give you more credits. 1.5 times more credit. That's not a bad fucking... The effect of slipstream is now clearly visible. Were people not strip slimming? Really? That's the whole point of this game. You get behind him and whatever. I'm not gonna. Bonus. A bonus has been added when preventing and overtaking blocking. Oh, cool. A warning sound. You better be able to let me turn that off. I don't want sounds telling me when to shift. Come on, dude. All right, all right. I enjoy that they're giving us some new stuff, but come on. Give me some, when's the full game coming out? Okay, this was the whole reason for doing this. So I see if you have a controller plugged in, it won't let me use the mouse. So I wanted to see if the option... I don't want to. This right here, disable movement with mouse. Why can I not do this with my controller? So now with that, I'm going to plug in a controller. I know the game's too smart, but I'm hoping that maybe somewhere in the options, the game's like, oh yeah. I guess we'll see. I will tell you this, man. Credits must not be worth very much considering how fucking expensive it is to upgrade an item and how much money you're going to be spending on it. Credits must not be worth very much. Oy. The needler was kind of cool to begin with, but I'd think trying to use it as an overall for damage over time, just I just don't think it's worth spending the points into that. I'm just kind of using it to apply debuffs and not really caring about the damage it does. It's just there to apply more debuffs. But anyway. Fucking level 81. I need to get out of here. The difficulty level starting to scare me.
Your sensorium feed is up and running. Target coordinates decanted. Excuse my high gothic, but someone must be really desperate or mad to send an Inquisitor to take out field artillery units. Take care down there.
But not for long.
I think what was more about it is that the fact that it's a resistance in this game. So that's why I was like, what the hell? Like, how's warp a damage type? Get out of here.
And that's that is for my grave. You'd rather hide under precious craft.
Fucking grenades. Get out of here. Get off of that fucking shit.
Slanesh is waiting for you out there.
Yeah, these maps like this, I'm not a big fan of. There's just so much junk all over the place that you gotta navigate around. Cool designs, it's just so much junk, though.
Loading. Oh, once proud. Slanesh is waiting for you out there.
Wait. Oh my god, it did it. Oh my god, it did it. Oh shit, it actually worked. I'm gonna have to let Kibitz know that. I'll tell him later. If he can't get if he's not, I'll let him know. But cool, that actually works. I wish I would have known that like 60 hours ago. It would have kept me from pulling my fucking non-existent hair out.
Xenos, kill the Xenos.
Kill confirmed. Target offline.
Yeah. Well, man, that was like my biggest just, oh man, it was so infuriating. It's like, stop pulling me around. Stop making me, it was putting me in positions where I didn't want to go. And I'm like, no, stop fucking moving my character around. You know, stop it. I hate that shit. Stop taking control of my character. And now it's not. I can stand still and blast my shotgun, and it doesn't pull me forward. Even with the rapid fire shot, it doesn't do it. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. That's part of the skill though. But I can stand back here, and it doesn't pull me forward. Awesome.
You did a short work of that one, Inquisitor. But there is more.
Hmm?
You are still alive and more or less in one piece. That's a success, I guess. Initiating exfiltration rituals.
This game just got two more points for me, seeing that worked. Because I was sitting there thinking, it's like, if you could implement it on the mouse, why the hell could you not do it on the controller? Oh man, this gives +2 to the difficulty. What? I should probably go finish all my shit. I said I keep doing these void crusades. All right.
The enemies of the Imperium are infinite, and such a vast threat can only be fought with ingenuity. Kill the Masters, and you will render a sea of vermin helpless.
You killed my clones, you bastard.
Duty prevails.
Loading.
worse. Much worse.
Reloading. I will send your soul into the war. Xenos, kill.
Inquisitor, electrospectral scanning revealed info fragments of high importance in close proximity.
Reloading.
You set a fine example for their kind, Inquisitor.
Blessed scanning psalms have been executed and indicate essential info fragments, Inquisitor. Data has been inloaded.
Now let's see if we can get this campaign finished up without dying. See what we got with that implant. Yeah, yep. As I sat there and see that, like, do I want to get more keys? Yeah, yeah, yeah. 104% damage bonus for bleeding effects? And bleeding effects. I don't know what it's gonna mean, huh? This says bleeding effects. Now I want to know what the difference between bleeding and bleeding effects are. Is it the bleeding effect itself that does the 104% damage? Or does the effect that apply bleeding do 104% more damage? Oh, I didn't know it does. I apply bleeding. That's what I'm just kind of curious about is the wording. It says bleeding effects. That's the wording is kind of confusing to me. I also have stats that allow physical attacks to apply bleeding, and shotguns deal physical. So all my shotgun attacks can apply bleeding. I guess it's just the bleeding effect. So I guess instead of it just doing like dot damage, it just doesn't do 104% dot. It just does 100% more bleed. I'm guessing that's what it means. And I'm not really relying on the bleed for damage. So, yeah. Oh, we get the bonus mission first. I just want it for the status effect.
Our scanners have picked up unknown energy signatures that indicate the presence of a unique Fabricatus artifact in the vicinity. Exact location is unknown. Tech priests predict moderate hostile presence.
Right now, I'm stacking as many debuffs as I can because I have items that gives me damage reduction per debuff on an enemy. So I've got a huge amount of damage reduction going on. Oh, I'm dead! But that doesn't mean that I can go almost 10 levels higher and fucking play dumb like that.
Loading.
Be a little bit more tactical about that shit.
Kill the heretic.
God damn it. It's these fucking things right here, man. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ.
No point in taking more risk. I suggest you make only one more attempt.
Yeah, but I'm doing, it's not for the debuffs themselves, it's for the stack on them. My area of effect is what I've built more into. Crits and area of effect. Motherfucker, dude.
Eradicated. Pain is salvation.
Get that fucking mob, dude. This mob ate me up with those fucking rapid shots, dude. Fuck these little robots.
Loading. Case of death.
Imperial reconnaissance forces located. Potentially useful assets, but their current situation is terminal. Immediate action required.
I said charge!
Reconnaissance force relieved. Send basic, follow and protect order to the survivors.
Ready to fight! For the charge! I said charge!
The terminals operating the protective force field have been taken out. You must find another way, Inquisitor.
Take it like a man, Guardsman. Now you'll pay, Scott!
Case of death.
For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
Reloading.
Now you'll pay, scum! Ready to fight! Charge! I said charge!
Target eliminated.
For the onwards! Don't linger, Guardsman! Die, Patrick! Die! Take it like a man, Guardsman! Onward! Don't linger, Guardsman! Die, maggots, die!
Man, what the? It's always something that hits me with the one shot, dude.
Data harvest failed. Unable to access hostile network. Field agent compromised. End of log entry.
Whatever. It's a bonus mission. Do almost 400 8% more damage done to me, dude. It's so ridiculous. Hey, you get one of those little fucking AoEs that you just don't see and you're fucked. I didn't even see that fucking shit. I just can't. I have yet to recognize where that particular attack is. I haven't been able to visually see who's throwing that shit until it's too fucking late.
And such a vast threat can only be fought with ingenuity. Kill the masters, and you will render a sea of vermin helpless.
Well, I mean, I'm almost 10 levels higher than my character. Ridiculous. I understand that there's ways that you can go. I kept going. I could have made it easier if I wanted, but it's just almost 400% more damage. It's just kind of nuts.
You are guilty. Now you're gone. Target eliminated. Death is a joke.
Yeah, see, I can actually use these walls for cover instead of it pulling me out of it because they're out of range. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice to have full control of my fucking movement.
Loading.
Can I not use this? Huh.
You are guilty. Reloading.
Stack all that shit on him.
He deserved worse. Much worse.
Kind of hard to do anything when you can't stand up, huh, dude?
Die, Eric.
Duty prevails.
Loading. Recoil complete. Terminus S. Loading. Repent. Precious blood.
Motherfucker, this little bastard.
Die, heretic. Now, you are gone.
Imperial Commando located. Current order. Find and destroy enemy relay station.
For the Emperor! Take it like a man, Guardsman!
Loading.
Oh, what the fuck, man? What the hell was that?
The burden of failure is the most terrible punishment of all.
What the fuck was that? I have never seen that. That hasn't yet to be seen yet at all. What the fuck was that? Whatever it was, it fucking killed me. It fucking stopped me from moving and they fucking swarmed me. What the fuck? Fucking lame ass shit was that, dude.
I salute you, Inquisitor. What is the purpose of your visit? Your concern shows wisdom. Of course, back in the spawns of chaos, I salute you, Inquisitor. You did the Emperor's work, Inquisitor. Agreed. I salute you, Inquisitor. What is the purpose of your visit?
I hope our little misunderstanding in the past with the Alpha Pariah.
Inquisitor, the Drukhari threat. Inquisitor, the Drukhari threat.
on you, Xenos.
For the Emperor! Take it like a man, God.
This foreign race has no place in our galaxy. Dark Elder, Jacko's dreaming about grace and greatness.
Take it like a man, Guardsman.
Know the Xenos, kill the Xenos. Dark Elder, there will be no justice given or taken. How exquisite is my hatred? I will send your soul screaming into the wall. Slanish is waiting for you.
For the Emperor!
It's hard to see why that particular perk is considered so so good. I would have survived. Wouldn't have died right there if I'd have had that perk on. So
Onwards! Don't linger, Guardsman!
I see why I see why in-game builds like to use it. Basically just gives you a circuit breaker.
Take it like a man, Guardsman. Ready to fight! Take it like a man, Guardsman. Die, maggots, die! Die, maggots, die!
Loading.
At your command. Charge! I said charge! Charge, Axe! Take it like a man, Guardsman.
There's a certain perk that you can. I can't change perks during mission, but
Take it like a man.
it basically says if you were to take lethal damage, or it prevents you from taking lethal damage. It was just, I had that, nothing had done that attack. I don't even know what it was. Some kind of energy field just appeared out of nowhere and stuck me in stasis, and they swarmed me. I'm like, what the fuck?
Must be purified. Loading.
Die, maggots, die! Take it like a man, Guardsman. Charge, I say! Charge!
Loading. Loading.
Maggots, die! Ready to fight. Maggots, die! For the Emperor! For the Emperor! For the Emperor! For the
Slaanesh
Emperor!
is waiting for you.
For the Emperor! For the Emperor! For the Emperor! Take it like a man, Guardsman! At your
There will be
command!
no mercy given or taken.
This is part of the one of the DLCs. I don't know if this is the one you were talking about,
For the Emperor!
but this is the one of the new game modes that I played. This is like the only one that I played, I guess.
Loading.
But it set at my level, so I don't know if it'd really be to test builds out.
For the Emperor!
But there's all kinds of game modes, so.
Move! Move! Onwards! Don't linger, Guardsman! At your Move! Move! For the Emperor!
Well, they've consistently updated this game. Big update was in November of last year. Like, apparently, I don't know how long it's been since you played, but this game's had a pretty big overhaul, according to what they've said.
For the Emperor! Now you'll pay, scum!
It reminds Dread Hunter got a pretty massive update to its combat system. I need to go check that out. It's got save slots now too, so I can actually start another character or another build without fucking my other one up. I wanted to try another build, but I didn't want to respec everything. Now I can. Might have to go back and do a
I will send your soul
look at
free.
Dread Hunter, see what they've done with the new update. Said that combat's supposed to be more impactful now. This game reminds me a lot of Dread Hunter, so Dread Hunter is just a little bit more fast-paced. This is more strategic.
For the Emperor! For the Emperor! Die, maggots, die! That's your command. Take it like a man, son. For the Emperor! Charge! I said charge!
On borrowed time, but not for long.
For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
So there was another game that was a figure-based game. I don't think it was Warhammer, but it had like that dark. No, it wasn't Warhammer, because I played a game in the universe on the Super Nintendo, and that was pre-Warhammer 40K. I forget what it was called, but it was a miniatures, and I remember playing that with my buddies. But like I said, I never really was into the miniature games, and when I looked at when 40K actually was released, I didn't realize that it was in like the late 90s. I thought it was earlier than that. Maybe it was BattleTech? Let me look BattleTech up real quick. It wasn't like big mechs. That's so. I don't think it was BattleTech, but it could have been. But it wasn't mechs. No, it wasn't BattleMech. Yeah. Uh, man. I'm trying to find a list of games on the Super Nintendo. Running guns. Hardcore Uprising? Dude, no, I don't need a list of every goddamn running gun in. Doom Troopers. Doom Troopers. That was the name of it. Doom Troopers. I thought it was based in around one of these miniatures game. But yeah, Doom. It was called Doom Troopers. Maybe I was wrong about it being Mutant Chronicles. So this was the game. Maybe it's the Mutant Chronicles was fucking $120. See, Doom Trooper Inquisitor. See, I always thought this part was part of the Warhammer series series, but I guess it wasn't. It wasn't very good. It was just violent. It was gory. It wasn't a very good game. You could like execute people, blow their heads off and stuff. That was really the only thing that stuck out about it. I guess it wasn't associated with anything. I guess it really wasn't part of anything. I guess it was just in my mind. So I don't know what game that they were playing then, to be honest with you. I thought it was within this world. Was the Mutant Chronicles? Maybe the Mutant Chronicles was something? Oh my god. There's a fucking... Okay. It is something else. There is more to it. All right. So maybe it was. Maybe I was right. Miniatures. Maybe it was the Mutant Chronicles. Let me see these guys. Yep. Yep, because I remember this shit. Yep, it was the Mutant Chronicles. What's up, Rashid? How's it going, dude? It was the Mutant Chronicles. This was the one that we played. They had the figurines. I just played it with them every once in a while. But yeah, it was the Mutant Chronicles. I was trying to remember, there was an old board game or miniature game that my buddies used to play that I was trying to remember of, and that was it. Mutant Chronicles. I remember playing the old Doom Troopers. So Doom Troopers was just like was just a faction of them. Yeah. That was the one that was pre Warhammer 40K.
At your command.
That would have been, so I was playing that with them when Warhammer 40K was just starting to had just been released. Now I remember the guys at the game shop playing BattleTech on they had big tables in the back area of it, huge tables that they had like felt put down on, and man, they had massive battles. And this was a pretty cool little game store. It was locally owned, it wasn't a franchise of anything. And they'd have they had lines of little networked computers, some private rooms in the back for gaming sessions that you could reserve. They had big sections in the back for your BattleTech games. And then of course they had the counter where they sold all the figurines and everything. All little miniatures, dude. Fucking thousands and thousands of those things, man. Like I said, I wasn't really into the miniatures. Hero Quest? Wasn't Hero Quest wasn't that the I don't remember what that one is. Never mind. I'm thinking of something else. I got boxes. City of Suffering. yeah, BattleTech as well with their fucking measuring tapes. Yeah, I guess Warhammer would have been the old school side of it before the 40K. So yeah, I remember seeing those guys with the measuring tapes out there as well. A guy had, it was funny because it was like you'd see the kids out there with the measuring tapes. I had a buddy that actually walked around with a dice pouch, like a fucking I actually asked him, I'm like, does you really think that makes anyone think you're cool? I was like, really, dude, a dice pouch? And I was like, this is why you don't have a girlfriend. They wondered why I was the only one that had a girlfriend at the time. I was like, maybe because I don't wear dice pouches around. I'm being an asshole. But I really did think that dice pouch was stupid. "10 minutes to defeat 10 enemy waves. With each one, so I got 10 minutes to kill shit, with each wave becoming progressively harder." Okay.
Welcome.
Oh. Yeah. What you got today? Well, Rich, you gotta understand. So as much as my friends were my buddies, and I gave them shit. We had the one dude that wore fucking dice pouch, the other guy that wore leather bracers because whatever, and he was the typical what you would call the Reddit moderator, fedora, fucking milady, katana sword. That would be him if he would have been all younger. If he would have been in the 2000s, he would have been the fucking neckbeard fucking dweeb. But yeah, so he was the 90s version of that. He wore the fedora, he had the bracers, he always like, "Oh, what could do for you, my lady?" Blah, 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 blah. Like, oh my god, she's cringy as shit. And even the girls back then were like, "Isn't that a little weird?" I'm like, yeah, well, whatever. Then I had a couple and then of course, we had the guy that was the gymnast. He was still a nerd. He played all the board games and shit with us and video games, but he was the gymnast. And yeah, so of course, the gymnast. Ooh. I haven't found another shotgun. I'm still fucking sour over that fucking mission after failing that fucking crusade, man. I'm fucking sour about that shit. Alright, so... let's actually... What was it called? It's not Eternal Warrior, but this just gives you an extra life. I thought I had it. Maybe I don't have it. Oy. Yeah, this right here. Can't lose more than 30% of your max HP to a single hit. And I've got to complete 3 Void Crusades to get this unlocked. I have not completed 3. The one that I just fucking lost, I would have been 3. So we got to do another Void Crusade. I honestly don't know the difference between what the fuck the whole whatever they are. What's the difference between the Zircon, the Violet, the Crimson, the Ivory? I don't know. You know what's funny is Wretched, I was watching something earlier today that was going over Warhammer games, and dude was talking, like, when he got to this one, he actually said, he's like, you know, he goes, I'm not gonna lie, this game's old, but I enjoyed this a hell of a lot more than I enjoyed playing Diablo 4. I'm like, damn, shots fired. Yeah. Yeah, apparently, yeah, Diablo 4 is in a really bad spot, I guess. I still haven't gone back. You want to know what's funny is I was thinking about this earlier, Wretched, is you want to know I was sitting there complaining about Diablo 4 and being able to get to level 100 and having to sit there and grind for like a week to get to like to level 80 as I'm sitting here doing that on this game. But as I'm doing it on this game, and it doesn't bother me like it was with Diablo. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what, I mean, but I will tell you, this has gotten to this is why I don't understand why you don't like this game. This is just, you're just doing monos. You're just doing Shattered Realms. You're just doing monos. Yeah, that's what I think so too, is it's the difference in the enemy types. But I guess I could go and find some kind of, there's probably in the tutorials, we'll probably mention what they all are. Quit being a lazy ass and fucking look at them. Void Crusade. Void Crusades are created shard. Shard type will determine the mission layout of the campaign. Void Shards. I guess I don't know. Yeah, I'm guessing it's just how the shards depend on different. Yeah. As I was talking to Kibitz, Wretched, I was like, this is one of those games that I could see myself like. Yeah. So you were saying saying that the other day. I actually was telling Worm or Vlad, whatever you want to call him on YouTube. Yeah, that you had finally finished it, and I haven't even played the new campaign. And he had talked about playing some of the horde shit. So there's our 3 people. We just got to get coordinated. I picked up a couple of more Warhammer games last night. There's 2 more first-person shooters. One of them, Wretched, looks new campaign. Hey, wait, in which game? See, you jump around between games. I have a hard time following which games you're talking about. What DLC for the Space Marine 2? It just got that update for the it's not really DLC, it's the horde mode that was added to it. It's free. So it's not really it's not a paid DLC. It's not a new campaign. It's just it's just a new mode that they added, and apparently they basically revamped the co-op side of the game, the online co-op side of the game, since the last time I've played it. So I guess they've made it better for leveling, better for your items. They've given it an overhaul, and they've added a horde mode to it as well. That looked pretty interesting. But that means we have to level our fucking characters. So we don't have to do that together, but it's still, we don't want to get out level each other too far, to where I'm stuck doing, yeah, you know what I mean, where you can't do the missions that I'm doing, or then vice versa. But I picked up it's called Hired Gun, and there was another and yeah, Necromundo Hired Gun. It looks like a mix of it's a fast-paced, violent first-person shooter. Here. I played it for about an hour. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fast-paced. It's a movement. It's really fast. There's a bundle going on for this game and one of the Space Hulk games for $10, so I just grabbed it. Figured I'd check it out when I needed something to play that wasn't Inquisitor. It's a looter shooter, but it's not open world. So, pick that one up. And then they had Space Hulk. This one, I've heard this one is kind of like, I've heard people compare it to Left 4 Dead. I heard the atmosphere was really good. That looks like Stallone. But it's another FPS type. Yeah. Deathwing. Have these reset? Nope. And hired gun? Or, oh, you know, I'm sorry. And you're just talking about Space Marine 2. Yeah, yeah, I'm not very high level either. I think I'm like 13 or 14. I'm not very high level at all anyway. And that was all before, they only had like 3 operations back then. So they've added a few more. They've added new operations, so I haven't even done all of the, fuck was that sound? I haven't even done all of the new operations. How much you want to bet somebody's fucking talking with the social key? Yep. Those are notifications. I tend to forget that this stuff is here, you know? Create chat settings. Auto join general chat. Okay. That's what all that shit is. You're like 4? Yeah. So one of those, like, you kind of had to grind, and one of the bigger issues is not really about your level. It's more about your weapons. That's what you need to get up. It's not your character level, man. It's your fucking weapons. You need the higher tier of weapons, and you can't get the higher tier until you do this, and this. Or you get like the right, yeah. So it's your weapons that really give you a power boost. You're going to like get to a certain level just to be able to like push your points around. But yeah, being able to actually like go further into the missions is going to be about your gear and your weapons and whatnot. Do a random mission. I did get that Psalm code that I was looking for to get the that effect on my shotgun. I heard it's not so bad though now. So it
Subject
used
in
to be
severe
pretty.
distress
The
identified.
grind was real wretched.
Hostiles are
Like
attempting forced entry to the vault where subject
the
is
grind was
located.
fucking real.
Vault integrity compromised.
I heard it's not as
Termination
bad
is
now.
imminent without inquisitorial assistance.
I never did play the PvP, or I always did the PvE. Never did play PvP. I heard there's some broken shit going on in that, but as I got older, I kind of quit caring about PvP type games. My competitive side was more for fighting games anyway, so I didn't really care for first person. I guess with the arena shooter of the day, the Quake 2s and the Unreal tournaments.
Breach is imminent. The subject is insufficiently augmented to survive a violent interaction. I advise haste. Target secured with basic organic functions intact. Reach the extraction zone for subatomic matter displacement.
But like I say, I could see with this game, this is going to be like one of those games, as me and Kivitz were talking about, is it's going to be one of those games that you play for the long run.
Finally. Oh, fresh air.
That, you know, you'll play, you might not like jump into it for like 8 hours a day, but you might play a mission here or there. Maybe do a void campaign if you can get through it in like an hour, you know, something like that. Like, you know, you sit back and watch TV when you run a mission or two. I feel like that's where this game's going to eventually get to. Which, that's not a problem. That's fine with me. You know, the fact that I've bought this game for about $5 and I've gotten what I've gotten out of it. Yeah, I'd have paid way more for this. Matter of fact, it kind of sucks that it didn't get into it sooner.
Imperial reconnaissance forces located. Potentially useful assets, but their current situation is terminal. Immediate action required.
Been putting it off for like 2 years. I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it eventually. Yeah, I see you, dude. I'm gonna go there and pop you real quick. Let me clear out some of this garbage.
Reconnaissance force relieved. Send basic, follow and protect order to the survivors.
At your command.
Yeah, I think I've got enough for a little while. We got what, October, I think, is the next game that I am looking forward to. Except for, well, I've already bought Tokyo Extreme Racer, so there might be a few games that come out of, like, you know, early access, or there might be something that does that, but I don't think there's anything else that's really a standout for. All right, dude. Here we go, one. But yeah, I don't think there's anything really. Wow. You know how I feel about that shit right now. I'm tired of being drip fed fucking content. Quit teasing me. Give me the fucking DLC already. Be right back. I'm grabbing something to drink. I'll tell you what, man, yesterday's fucking car X stream was did pretty well. Couldn't believe I had what, fucking like 200 and 240 fucking views through it when I through the stream last night. Yeah, but you know that what really kind of kills is the fact that this last particular post they made, the update, was talking about like ascended epics, and that they gave us as like it's going to increase the stats. Well, duh, we know that already. I'm not gonna say lots of people, but I'm gonna tell you why, man. I had a hell of a lot more people than fucking Twitch, and I don't have to sit there. I've had to ban one person since I've started streaming on YouTube. And the only reason that I did that is because it wasn't a bot. It was some fucker in here that was wanting to spew fucking political bullshit. So it might have been a bot, but I haven't had to ban people. So yeah, it's just kind of strange. It's like every once in a while, man, those car X streams will pop off. Like, I'm sitting here wondering why the hell I've been streaming this game for almost 3 hours and I've gotten 8 views. When car X stream last night was almost 4.5 with almost 300 views. You know what I mean? But you know, yeah. Might do I might do a short car X stream here in a little bit, since Worm's gone to bed and Vlad. You do know that that's Worm, right? Vlad.
And that's the penalties for my
For the Emperor!
I think the highlight, I think I was at 17. I had about 17 viewers last night at one point, which I've never seen that amount of viewers on CarX on Twitch. Matter of fact, I've gone into Twitch's whole category for CarX and haven't even seen that many people watching it. Okay.
For the Emperor!
Yeah, he
Extraction successful. Blessed be the Deus Mechanicus.
He's
The
been
asset
popping
is
up.
secure and being prepared for
Popping into the
inquisitorial
YouTube
debriefing.
streams.
End of log.
way before I had it, like before I decided to kill the Twitch ones. He had been coming over here. And Gibbet's actually, I don't know, did the streams look better? They should look better.
Ready to fight.
Yeah, I had to go get me something to drink. It's in caffeine. 292. I've almost got enough. Almost. $108 more. But I can modify my shotgun. Only one? God damn. Could do it by 5. So, hold up. Okay. The sister character? The Soretos, or however it's pronounced? Yeah, I thought about doing one of those next. Since I can skip the campaign now. And just go into leveling, could probably level pretty quick. But I'm still been... The item race has still been... The item race hasn't I haven't got bored of the item race yet for this one, this character. I'm still enjoying this character too much. Yeah, me neither, but I don't have to go to work until like 2 this afternoon. So I'll catch a nap somewhere. At least Thursday's usually at least my beginning of my week. By Thursday is the beginning of my week. At least Thursday nights is like, there's not a lot going on. It's like, you know, midweek, it's kind of dead. And almost all upper management is gone. They usually take usually have Thursday off. So I don't really get bothered by anybody. I just put my headphones in and fucking just go about my day. I'll listen to whatever piques my interest. I usually around video games. It's usually where I keep up with my video game news, is while I'm at work. I listen to what's going on in the world of video games. Most people know just to, you know, leave me alone. They need something, they can, they need something though, they come and ask me, but most people just leave me alone. They know by now. They just leave me to my devices. Yeah. But then tomorrow is the fucking, you know, the fucking specials, the beginning special. The Friday specials are fucking ridiculous, man. It's fucking stupid. Half of them we don't like. We'll put out a certain amount of them in the day, and then none of them else will be worried about. If they want that special, they can come get it off the fucking bar. It's like, we're not packaging them. You can go and come get them. If you want the fucking specials, you can come up and come get them. I'm done fucking packaging them. You can come get them. I'll cook the shit, but I'm not packaging the shit. That's probably the worst fucking part of this shit. Is like the stuff that I have to package. It's like, just let it cook it, because I'll get all like my whole setup. I'll get in and I'll get the kitchen set up, get the hot bar set up, get everything going, like, you know, set up. And then I'll start getting food prepped up to get ready to go. And by 10 o'clock, I've got everything set up. I've got, you know, ribs come out at 11. I've got chickens already out. I've got the hot bar filled. I've got, you know, everything you need to know that's going on for, you know, for that 4 hours. And then between a 10 and 11 is when all the stuff is getting ready to, is done and cooked. And then I have to package the ribs and put them out. The rotisserie chickens have to be packaged and put out. That shit sucks. I hate that fucking part of it. So later on, for the Fridays, the specials, they have like $5 specials where they'll do like five fish fillets for $5, or 5 chicken tenders for $5, or, you know, some shit like that. But they sell so fucking quick that yeah, come on, man, just stop. Put it out of packaging so people are for the lunchtime rush. But yeah, after that, because it's the fish, dude. That $5 fish thing, man, yeah. I'll go through well, I mean, either way, I guess your legs are gonna get wrecked, right? Yeah. Ooh. Add heat vulnerability on, man. You know what the biggest thing about these fucking belt equipment is like when you really like one, it never drops. Like, you don't get the relic, the one that you want, man. I've been looking for a new digital weapons in a relic form. I haven't found one yet. Yeah, maybe one day. Oh yeah, that's right. I was up in my shotgun. Holy fuck! You see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I just spent like $4 billion on 2 rolls. Credits must not be worth very much in this universe, man. Just like, oh my god. Oh. Can I can't. Yeah, that shit gets expensive. That's gnarly expensive. Crazy. 25. And to get these re-rolled. Need some more money. Sweet. Wow, stayed right there at 12. At least I only rolled 1 on the damage reduction. And I guess I could have been worse. I guess it could have rolled off 12. With level 5 SOM code, huh? Shocking an enemy creates an explosion in a 3 meters radius around the target, dealing 120 base damage as heat and applying shock. 200% damage against shock, slowed, or stunned enemies. That takes 6. Spread of any skill is reduced to +. Gives 12% life drain and energy shield drain. I don't know. These SOM codes are cool, but some of the higher level ones are just kind of eh. Wretched, if you didn't know, I posted this. I tagged Kibbit. Kibbit's in it. This right here, these SOM codes are. This just kind of gives an overview of all the shit. With the SOM codes, these things, if you put them together, they do, and the armors and whatnot, if you match certain ones together, they give special effects. So like I've got, right now I'm using the one where all critical hits also stun enemies. So in my armor, I've got these 4 SOM codes to get this effect. Which I'm thinking, there's conversions in this game. I don't know why you would do this, but right here, I could convert all physical to warp damage. I've only seen like 2 things that do anything about conversions. But the conversion on the other one's for like 1 second, so a build around that seems very off. But you could possibly do a warp build if you're converting 100% physical damage to warp. Sweet. Nova Palm, Volkite Palm. Let me see if I have this. Let me see if I have those three. Because I am applying shock now. So that would be awesome. Nova. There's Nova. Oh, man. It does not look like... So I've got Nova. Here's the Volkite. Transonic. Transonic. That's the one I'm not gonna have. Transonic. Let me see if I can make it. Let me see if I can craft it. Okay, I might be able to make it. Yes, I can. But I need to make sure that I'm not using... Okay, so I needed... Wait. I already have it. How did I miss that? Okay, looks like I already have it. So we're going to... Oh, decisions. So I need at least 3. Yeah, let's do this one. Shit! Why do I gotta be so broke? Damn it. Why gotta be so broke? We need to get the fucking higher influence.
Transfer complete. Teleportarium locked down. As far as I know, all the Imperials who asked for immediate help have been found. I fed the coordinates to your tactical sensorium. Save as many of these unfortunate devils as you can. But for what greater or darker purpose, I wonder. Rescued by an Inquisitor. Is that a good or a bad omen?
At your command.
Reloading.
Sacred murder.
Death is a journey. Loading.
Thinking like a man, God.
Death is a journey.
Know your pace.
Unit under distress relieved. Find the rest of the survivors.
Loading.
For the Emperor. At your command.
Loading.
Now your pace, God. For the Emperor. Take it like a man, God.
All survivors are in your custody. Initiate exfiltration protocols.
Loading.
Ready to fight.
I would hope you would. I figured Kibitz would pop in. Found something out that he'd like to know. Guess I'll have to put it to him in the Discord.
Good job. I thought the Inquisitors were less proficient at saving things, but I stand corrected.
Thank you. Oh, frack. We gotta add one more socket. Do another mission. Do another mission. Oh, fuck. I didn't get the card set up quick. Damn it. I was too fast on it.
The enemies of the Imperium are infinite, and such a vast threat can only be fought with ingenuity. Kill the Masters, and you will render a sea of vermin helpless.
What the fuck keeps knocking me over? What's hair? I want to know what the fuck was knocking me over. Why was I so overwhelmed?
No pity.
Whatever.
Unleash death.
Damnation is eternal.
This game? Yeah. I get that way too when I watch certain games. I'm like, man, I want to play that.
Teleport beacon in range.
Didn't you need new tires already? Now I know what you've been out there doing.
You've set a fine example for their kind, Inquisitor.
You know what I found works really well for getting better traction in the rain. So before you go out that day, and it's raining, you take about 2 bottles of brake fluid and you pour them on your tires, and it'll give you all the traction that you need. I think they sell that and right next to the blinker fluid, so you can find it at the store, no problem. I mean, brake fluid is a legit product, so you can definitely find that in the store, no problem. Come on, give me enough money. Yes. And now... Alright. So, when you get a SOM code that matches the effect, it'll tell you. So now, with these 3 together, shocked enemies explode on kill, dealing area damage equivalent to the killing blow's damage as heat, and applying shock. So, yeah, these SOM codes are pretty cool. If you can find ones that work, that's a 3rd one that it works for this. I really don't know what I would do else. I'd have to look around and see if I could find something else that kind of would work, but I just see some of these other slots just filling them with like 25% bonuses to AoE or whatever. So now let's go blow some shit up, huh? Yeah, I bet.
Sensory
Man,
stimuli link has
you
been
disrupted his
established.
White
Subject in
Claw
severe
having
distress
30 minutes,
identified.
dude.
Hostiles are attempting forced entry to the vault
You
where subject
interrupted
is
his
located.
time with his
Vault
White Claw.
integrity compromised. Termination is imminent without inquisitorial assistance.
Off with you.
You disrupted his weed smoking?
Loading.
You know, honestly, Wretched, as I got older, I used to have some neighbors that were just shitty, fucking little shitty kids that thought that it was funny to rev their engines and shit outside. And, you know, as I got older, I was like, you know, shut the fuck up. You know, come on, guys. You don't have to be inconsiderate little fuckwads. So I can kind of understand where he's coming from. But at the same time, it's like, was it consistently all the time? Was it at 10 o'clock at night?
Transport the specimen to the marked coordinates for
Was it
evacuation.
15 people doing it every day? When they show up to the house, they think that they need to announce their presence by revving their fucking engine for 5 minutes before they get out of the car. You know, that's the kind of shit that aggravated me. You don't need to advertise to the neighborhood that you're parking. Okay, guy? Yeah. I wouldn't have, you know, it wouldn't have bothered me. Yeah. I used to have some neighbors that were they were real fucking pieces of work.
All main objectives are met. The asset is safe. Mission complete. Tactical noospheric network has been taken offline. End of log.
The whole having to rev your engine to announce your presence thing, man, that shit used to drive me insane. I'm not kidding you, man. Those little assholes would sit outside where they would pull up and their buddies would come over and shit. And they'd sit outside and be like, wow, 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 for like a minute before they got out of their cars. In the middle of the fucking neighborhood. And it didn't matter what time of day it was. They do that shit at 2 a.m. So, you know, as I got older, my tolerance for that kind of shit just is not there. And the thing is I'm a car guy. I love the sound of revving engines. I love the fucking smell of burning. I love that shit. But I'm also not doing it in the middle of a neighborhood with people with fucking, you know, I'm not doing it in the middle of a neighborhood for any other reason but to be a douche, you know? For any other reason but to just be a douche. All right, Reggie. You have a good one, dude. I'm probably going to take a break anyway. I'm starting to wind down on this. Well, this is... Hold on. That actually looks like I want to max this out. 60% damage bonus for 5 seconds on kill? Yes. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it, man. We'll see if I get that nap or not. think I'll play one more mission. One more mission just to see how the damage output feels now. Might do a quick
100,000 worlds, 100,000 wars. There is no respite. There is nowhere to hide. Across the galaxy, there is only war.
gone.
What the fuck did so much damage to them?
The Emperor protects. Perseverance favors the bold. Give them more death.
Loading.
Interesting.
Once again, the enemies of the Imperium failed miserably.
Yeesh. Anyway, alright, that's gonna do it for now, guys. Appreciate you guys picking up this one. We'll see you later.